Hey, what's going on, everybody? So, we're starting another episode of Dragon Age Inquisition, and I kind of done goofed a little bit. I went back to Haven and was running around and sold some stuff that I don't need to carry anymore, and was just going to see if I could buy any schematics or anything, blah, 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 blah. So while I was here, I walked into this room where Sarah was, and it started a cutscene, and I wasn't anticipating that, so I decided I might as well start the stream right here. The only thing you missed is her kind of making a joke about how she thought that that Haven and the Inquisition would be bigger, and you'd think that more sovereigns would have joined and whatnot. So you're just starting this conversation with her now. So we will continue it right now.
It's not just a war between those two.
Well, sure, the sky has a hole in it, but I can't put an arrow in that. Well, I have. Doesn't come down. That's weird. And that's the point, right? It's weird and right there, but they still want to punch each other. They're too busy to look up where the real questions are.
Is there something else you're looking for? Like, what's behind all this?
Maybe. I don't know. First things first, right? I help you, march, arrow, kick. Then people stop being stupid, and everything starts to make sense again. Sound good to you, all-chosen Lord Herald?
I think I'll enjoy having you around, Sarah. I hope you'll feel the same.
Not even. Get to work, Herald. I'm gonna go kick someone out of a bed.
I was curious what kind of reaction she would get if you approached her with any type of romantic interest, because as far as I know, she's just gay, so she's only into women. So I was wondering if she would get offended or what have you, but she just kind of blew him off and no big deal. So let's see if there's any other interesting conversation we can have with her.
Chasing the Lord Seeker, I hear. Anyone who thinks they need Lord in front of the name, that's bad. Bet he's got a portrait taller than he is. That's your first clue to a total arse. Fact.
What do you think about the people who have gathered?
Which? The ones who do things or the ones who give orders?
What's your opinion of Vivienne?
She's a bitch, but she knows. She better.
Thoughts on Iron Bull?
He makes me wonder about things. I mean, what do their women look like? Woof.
Any thoughts about Warden Blackwall?
He's too good, right? I'd like to see him out of that uniform. Not like that.
What about Solus?
Solus? His head's crammed up 1,000 years ago.
Anything to say about Varric?
Varric? Too clever. Always saying something, but never saying it straight.
Thoughts about Cassandra?
Not as buttoned up as she plays, right? Tough, though. I'd stand behind her in front of anything.
What do you think about our spy master, ambassador, and commander?
Liliana is pretty in places. Swear I've seen her, too. Or heard she used to play. But that'd be mad. Now, Josephine, she's as good at humbling her kind as I am. Just with less mess. Knows her business, if you have to have it. And Cullen, I suppose if you want a jackboot, you get a big one so you can grow into it. Nice hair, though.
We'll talk later.
Good, right? I'll be here.
Just returning the cups, Flissa. Thank you for bringing us drinks.
Any new news?
Can I get you anything?
You said Liliana asked you to run an Inquisition tavern. How did you meet?
Dumb luck, mainly. I managed an inn back in Denner Inn. When I heard interesting gossip, I'd pass word to Liliana. Sometimes it was helpful. She asked if I wanted to own my own tavern, and I said yes. I didn't realize she meant this.
What can you tell me about this area?
Adan is Haven's apothecary. He's been making potions and tending to the wounded as best he can. Harrit is the Inquisition's smith. Whatever he can't make you, Thren the quartermaster can probably find. And for anything fancier, you can try buying from Segrid. His prices aren't too high. Yet. Oh, there's also Minave. She studies beasts and things, as I understand.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already had that conversation with her. But I wasn't 100%, so I didn't want to just ignore it. Who's over here? Oh, that's Varric. I already spoke to Varric. So, talking to Varric, he spoke about red lyrium and how he and his, I think he said his brother had discovered it.
Greetings. I'd like to know more about you, Solus.
Why?
You're an apostate, yet you risked your freedom to help the Inquisition.
Not the wisest course of action when framed that way.
I appreciate the work you're doing, Solus. I just wanted to know more about you.
I'm sorry. With so much fear in the air. What would you know of me?
Have you always traveled and studied alone?
Not at all. I have built many lasting friendships. Spirits of wisdom, possessed of ancient knowledge, happy to share what they had seen. Spirits of purpose helped me search. Even wisps, curious and playful, would point out treasures I might have missed.
I don't know of any spirits by those names.
They rarely seek this world. When they do, their natures do not often survive exposure to the people they encounter. Wisdom and purpose are too easily twisted to pride and desire.
You're saying that you became friends with Pride and Desire demons?
They were not demons for me.
Meaning?
The Fade reflects the minds of the living. If you expect a spirit of wisdom to be a pride demon, it will adapt. And if your mind is free of corrupting influences, if you understand the nature of the spirit, they can be fast friends.
I'm impressed that you could become friends with spirits.
Anyone who can dream has the potential. Few ever try. My friends comforted me in grief and shared my joy. Yet, because they exist without form, as we understand it, the Chantry declares that spirits are not truly people. Is Cassandra defined by her cheekbones and not her faith? Varric by his chest hair and not his wit?
I hadn't thought about it that way. But I see your point.
Thank you. Few are willing to entertain such a notion.
What made you start studying the Fade?
I grew up in a village to the north. There was little to interest a young man, especially one gifted with magic. But as I slept, spirits of the Fade showed me glimpses of wonders I had never imagined. I treasured my dreams. Being awake, out of the Fade, became troublesome.
Did spirits try to tempt you?
No more than a brightly colored fruit is deliberately tempting you to eat it. I learned how to defend myself from more aggressive spirits, and how to interact safely with the rest. I learned how to control my dreams with full consciousness. There was so much I wanted to explore.
I gather you didn't spend your entire life dreaming.
No. Eventually, I was unable to find new areas in the Fade.
Why?
Two reasons. First, the Fade reflects the world around it. Unless I traveled, I would never find anything new. Second, the Fade reflects and is limited by our imaginations. To find interesting areas, one must be interested.
Is this why you joined the Inquisition?
I joined the Inquisition because we were all in terrible danger. If our enemies destroyed the world, I would have nowhere to lay my head while dreaming of the Fade.
Ah.
Inquisitor, that is why I joined, not why I stayed.
Well, it's not the worst reason I've heard to go out and enjoy life.
I'm glad to hear it. In truth, I have enjoyed experiencing more of life to find more of the fade.
How so?
You train your will to control magic and withstand possession. Your indomitable focus is an enjoyable side benefit. You have chosen a path whose steps you do not dislike because it leads to a destination you enjoy. As have I.
You said you traveled to many different places.
This world, or its memory, is reflected in the fade. Dream in ancient ruins, and you may see a city lost to history. Some of my fondest memories were found in crumbling cities, long picked dry by treasure seekers, the best of the battlefields. Spirits press so tightly on the veil that you can slip across with but a thought.
Any place in particular?
I dreamt at Ostagar. I witnessed the brutality of the Darkspawn and the valor of the Ferelden warriors. I saw Alistair and the hero Ferelden light the signal fire, and Logain's infamous betrayal of Kaelin's forces.
I've heard the stories. It would be interesting to hear what it was really like.
That's just it. In the Fade, I see reflections created by spirits who react to the emotions of the warriors. One moment, I see heroic wardens lighting the fire, and a power-mad villain sneering as he lets King Kaelin fall. The next, I see an army overwhelmed and a veteran commander refusing to let more soldiers die in a lost cause.
You can't tell which is real.
It is the Fade. They are all real.
We'll talk later.
Goodbye.
Always interesting stuff coming out of his mouth. Okay, so... Pardon me. Let's move on. We haven't really had a conversation with her
You
yet.
came from the circle at Ostwick, did you not? Senior Enchanter Lydia was a dear friend of mine. Were you at all acquainted?
Lydia was my instructor. She was almost a mother to me.
I never met a wiser soul than her. I understand she was killed by one of her own students when the Ostwick Circle rebelled. I think we both agree that this war must end.
The war benefits no one. It must end, and order must be restored.
If only the rebels saw things so clearly. Justinia's death has shattered the balance of power in Thedas. If it is not restored quickly, countless lives will be lost. Mages, Templars, innocent people of all kinds now look to the Inquisition to decide their fate.
I'll try not to let them down.
Failure is a luxury we cannot afford, my dear. For almost 1,000 years, the world believed it was in the hands of the Maker. And now many believe you are the agent of his will. Whatever the truth is, that belief gives you power.
How would he answer that? Because he's still not 100% on that.
If that's true, then I'll put it to good use.
I suppose we'll see. I've stolen enough of your time, my dear. Don't let me keep you.
Yeah, so she's not 100% behind my attitude, because the way I look at it, I'm not trying to just...
In my arms lies eternity.
Like, I'm not trying to, like, reestablish the chantry or the circles or anything like that, so I'm not 100% along the same line of thinking as her,
That may be the way the Maker
because she wants the circles
provides.
back.
I greet you.
Is there anything I can do to help you or your people?
My healers would benefit from more supplies. We have run short of even common goods with so many wounded. If you could deliver this list and the items on it to Quartermaster Thren, she could get us what we need. It may not seem like much, but it would enable my healers to save many lives.
Okay, I think I already spoke to her about that other stuff.
Until next time.
I'd rather not repeat it. Alright, so... deliver the herbs to Thren. Now, Thren is... Where is Thren? Right there. Alright, so the hinterlands. So we'll have to go travel to the hinterlands. And there seems to be quite a few things popping up. And of course there's still plenty of things that we haven't accomplished. But I have got to go back to the War Council. There's some stuff to discuss, apparently. Well, including... Ambassador, I very much enjoyed your soiree, and I hope to see you at the summer cottage for our picnic luncheon next month. Do not fret about the ghastly things said about your associates. More reasoned heads will prevail, and this foolish gossip will come to nothing. Yours, Duke Cyril. Okay, I got some influence. Choose a successor in Lytus. Part of a Ben Hassarath report noting the current fight for succession in Lytus, which has been without a direct ruler since Duke Ramach died early in the Orlesian Civil War. The duchy will go to one of 3 members of the dead Duke's family, all of whom have possible claims to the position due to the complex nature of Orlesian politics. His cousin Carolina, already a duchess by marriage, his daughter Monet, his daughter Monette, whose claim is muddied by her youthful naivete and the fact that her father pushed her into a life of service to the Chantry after his wife's death, likely to protect her from the dangers of the game, and his brother Jean Gaspard, an ambitious and cunning man who has been searching for power. Carolina is capable and not overly invested in overseeing Lytus personally. Manette would be the most easily manipulated, but less likely to be useful. Jean Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat if he succeeds his brother. Any of the 3 candidates would become a valuable ally to the Inquisition, but the other 2 must be removed from play first. Carolina is capable, but she's not really interested in overseeing it personally, which is probably the best choice. Manette would be the most easily manipulated, but less likely to be useful. Well, then why have her in there? And Jean Gaspard would be difficult to manipulate and could present a threat. So obviously we don't want him involved. So seems that Carolina would be the I could destroy Carolina's marriage with 4 words and the proper glove left on the proper table. And that would do better in the Chantry than in the game. I can see that she is encouraged to take vows. Jean Gaspard is a chevalier and capable military leader. If we want him removed, I dare say we might recruit him for ourselves. So maybe that's a smart play to recruit him. I guess we're trying to get Monette in there. Well, let's try to get him recruited.
To work?
See how that works out. May not work out too great, but you never know. Red Jenny says, drop and grab. I can make no sense of this. The Herald found her. Perhaps he can advise? Cullen. A letter from Sarah follows. For your big hats, Lord whoever says you're rubbish. His servants don't care, but could. Drop a few things for them. They'll give Josephine a surprise. I think scrolls or something. Sarah. A scribble of heraldic symbols and directions are below. Also Sarah's name 37 times. He's not available, so let's go with
Let
this.
us begin.
Okay. Then we will go to Ferelden. Anything available in Ferelden? No. Nothing. Really? Boo. Oh wait, actually, I'm sure there is. In Hushed Whispers, Champions of the Just. Note, choosing the mages will make it impossible to work with the Templars. Redcliffe Castle and the mages, who could close the breach, are under the control of Magister Gerion Alexius, a Venatori cultist with an unhealthy interest in Trevelyan and Trevelyan and the power to reorder time itself. He has kindly invited Trevelyan to the castle, alone, to negotiate. It's an obvious trap, but Leliana and her agents can infiltrate the castle and remove the Venatori threat while Alexius's attention is diverted. A dangerous game, but it's our best chance. Well, we can handle that. And over here, I guess, is if we decided to go with the Templars. Choosing the Templars, making it impossible to work with the mages. Leliana and Josephine have been working tirelessly to convince, coerce, and win over some of Orlade's most influential houses. 10 noble families will help the Inquisition pressure the Templars into sealing the breach, traveling to Therinfall Redoubt and demanding the Lord Seeker deal with them or face the wrath of Orlade. The Inquisition has promised the Herald of Andraste as its voice in these negotiations. Well, I'm a mage. It wouldn't make any sense at all for me to side with the Templars, so naturally, this is what we're going to go with.
We don't have the manpower to take the castle. Either we find another way in, or give up this nonsense and go and get the Templars.
Redcliffe is in the hands of a Magister. This cannot be allowed to stand.
The letter from Alexius asked for the Herald of Andraste by name. It's an obvious trap.
We can't waste time fighting among ourselves. We have to come to an agreement.
A Tevinter Magister controls Redcliffe, invites us to the castle to talk, and some of us want to do nothing.
Not this again.
Redcliffe Castle is one of the most defensible fortresses in Ferelden. It has repelled thousands of assaults. If you go in there, you'll die, and we'll lose the only means we have of closing these rifts. I won't allow it.
And if we don't even try to meet Alexius, we lose the mages, and leave a hostile foreign power on our doorstep.
Even if we could assault the keep, it would be for naught. An Orlesian Inquisition's army marching into Ferelden would provoke a war. Our hands are tied.
The Magister...
has outplayed us. The Magister's son, Felix, told me Alexius is in a cult that's obsessed with me. I doubt they'll graciously receive our apologies and go about their business.
They will remain a threat, and a powerful one, unless we act.
We cannot accept defeat now. There must be a solution.
Other than the main gate, there's got to be another way into the castle. A sewer, a watercourse, something. There's nothing I know of that would work.
Wait. There is a secret passage into the castle, an escape route for the family. It's too narrow for our troops, but we could send agents through.
Too risky. Those agents will be discovered well before they reach the Magister.
That's why we need a distraction. Perhaps the envoy Alexius wants so badly.
Focus their attention on Trevelyan, while we take out the Tevinters. It's risky, but it could work.
Fortunately, you'll have help.
Yay.
This man says he has information about the Magister and his methods, Commander.
Your spies will never get past Alexius's magic without my help. So if you're going after him, I'm coming along.
The plan puts you in the most danger. We can't in good conscience order you to do this. We can still go after the Templars if you'd rather not play the bait. It's up to you.
Well, this is what we're doing. Bink. Okay, well, we are definitely taking Dorian. We're definitely not taking Dorian. Because apparently I don't have a choice. Or I shouldn't say we're definitely not. We are taking him because we have to. Alright, so who should our bruiser be? Should we take Iron Bull with us, or should we take Black Wall again? Or Cassandra? Haven't taken Cassandra in a while. Let's take her. And then our rogue, Varric or Sarah? I think I'm gonna take Sarah. And of course, right away we're gonna have to go into Dorian's abilities and get him all squared away. So if we have Vivienne is mostly fire attacks, Solus is mostly ice, I'm mostly lightning. Dorian might have to be kind of a mix as well.
Announce us.
The Magister's invitation was for Master Trevelyan alone. The others must wait here.
Where I go, they go.
Yeah, nice try, pal. Where's Dorian?
My Lord Magister, the agents of the Inquisition have arrived.
This
My friend,
dickhead.
it's so good to see you again. And your associates, of course. I'm sure we can work out some arrangement that is equitable to all parties.
Are we mages to have no voice in deciding our fate?
Fiona, you would not have turned your followers over to my care if you did not trust me with their lives.
If the Grand Enchanter wants to be part of these talks, then I welcome her as a guest of the Inquisition.
Thank you.
He did not like that.
The Inquisition needs mages to close the breach, and I have them. So, what shall you offer in exchange?
Let's just be out with it.
Don't bother. I know that you invited me here to kill me.
If you believe that, I marvel that you chose to come anyway.
He knows everything, Father.
Felix, what have you done?
Your son is concerned that you're involved in something terrible.
So speaks the thief. Do you think you can turn my son against me? You walk into my stronghold with your stolen mark, a gift you don't even understand, and think you're in control. You're nothing but a mistake.
What do you know about the Divine's death?
It was the Elder One's moment, and you were unworthy even to stand in his presence.
Father, listen to yourself. Do you know what you sound like?
He sounds exactly like the sort of villainous cliché everyone expects us to be.
Dorian, I gave you a chance to be a part of this. You turned me down. The Elder One has power you would not believe. He will raise the Imperium from its own ashes.
That's who you serve. The one who killed the Divine. Is he a mage?
Soon, he will become a god. He will make the world bow to mages once more. We will rule from the Boric Ocean to the frozen seas.
You can't involve my people in this.
Alexius, this is exactly what you and I talked about never wanting to happen. Why would you support this?
Stop it, Father. Give up
See the
the
guy
Venator
die
way.
in the background?
Let the Southern Mages fight the breach, and let's go home.
No. It's the only way, Felix. He can save you.
Save me?
There is a way. The Elder One promised, if I undo the mistake at the temple.
I'm going to die. You need to accept that.
Seize them, Venatori. The Elder One demands this man's life.
Nope.
Your men are dead, Alexius.
You are a mistake. You should never have existed.
Time to fight. Eventually, as soon as we get past the black screen, and time now. Here we go. There it is.
Blood of the Elder One. Where'd they come from?
That. The real question is, how the hell did we end up down here?
This place. Interesting. It's probably not what Alexius moved us to what? Of arcane energy?
The last thing I remember, we were in the castle hall.
Let's see. If we're still in the castle, it isn't. Oh, of course, it's not simply where, it's when. Alexius used the amulet as a focus. It moved us through time.
Did we go forward in time or back? And how far?
Those are excellent questions. We'll have to find out, won't we? Let's look around, see where the rift took us. Then we can figure out how to get back. If we can.
Alexius mentioned an Elder One in the hall. Do you know who he was talking about?
Leader of the Venatori, I suspect. Some magister aspiring to godhood. It's the same old tune. Let's play with magic we don't understand. It will make us incredibly powerful. Evidently, it doesn't matter if you rip apart the fabric of time in the process.
What was Alexius trying to do?
I believe his original plan was to remove you from time completely. If that happened, you would never have been at the Temple of Sacred Ashes or mangled his Elder One's plan. I think your surprise in the castle hall made him reckless. He tossed us into the rift before he was ready. I countered it. The magic went wild, and here we are. Make sense?
Nope.
It just seems so insane.
I don't even want to think about what this will do to the fabric of the world. We didn't travel through time so much as punch a hole through it and toss it into the privy. But don't worry. I'm here. I'll protect you.
Thanks, Dorian.
There were others in the hall. Could they have been drawn through the rift?
I doubt it was large enough to bring the whole room through. Alexius wouldn't risk catching himself or Felix in it. They're probably still where and when we left them. In some sense, anyway.
What happens if we...
Then we get comfortable in our new present.
Alright, well, first, we need to do this. Alright, so what does he already have? Nothing. So, alright, it's just the two of us. I have 10 points to spend. I could just go ahead and focus it all on lightning, which would leave me the chance to focus more on spirit energy. Alright, so, yeah, let's do that. Okay, and now inventory. Hopefully we can get through this pretty quick. I don't think I've got anything... No, and I have nothing for him. Which I don't even think he could... He could, he's just not a high enough level. I had better armor, I think I sold it. But that's okay. I'm sure we're going to find something very soon that he can put on. So, accessories. He can definitely put that on since I gave him static cage. Help him from getting beat up. Okay, so he can always have another I can't even think. Another ring when we come across one. Alright, so there's gonna be a whole lot of magic, the lightning magic that's gonna be coming through here. Battle axe, light adventure armor. See? We're already finding new armor. And there's a prison key. Alright, so real quick. Can we put this on Dorian? We can, but it's not as good as what we're wearing. That's fine. Kunari Battle Axe, which is not as good as the one that we already have, so that goes right to valuables. Bink! Alright. Did I not see something over here that said to read or whatever? I must be imagining. I'm imagining things. Only one way out. Let's go. Oh, this red lyrium. Never a good sign. Okay, which way should we go, Dorian? You won't answer me, so let's go this way. Yeah, that's not a good sign. A whole lot of dead people. Ah, Elven Cowl. Well, guess who can put that on right away? Really, if any of you actually had to guess, then we got some problems. Because, come on. It speaks for itself. Okay. Oh, hello.
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me. My tears are my sins, my sins, my sins. Andraste guide me, Andraste guide me.
Isas, hello. Do you remember me?
Andraste blessed me, Andraste blessed me.
Uh-oh. He's a mess. Dorian. There's a couple of baddies up here. Well, they just kind of exploded, didn't they? Alright, well, we can't get across without unlocking things to lower the drawbridge, so clearly one thing at a time here. Well, there's a fire staff. Wait, what kind of staff does he have? What are you using right now? A common staff that does fire damage. So this isn't as good. Okay. Okay, here we are in...
The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next. For she who trusts in the Maker, fire is her water. You've returned to us. Can it be? Has Andraste given us another chance? Maker, forgive me. I failed you. I failed everyone. The end must truly be upon us if the dead return to life.
I'm not back from the dead, Cassandra. I just got... Well, this is hard to explain.
I was there. The Magister obliterated you with a gesture.
Alexius sent us forward in time. If we find him, we may be able to return to the present.
Go back in time. Then, can you make it so that none of this ever took place?
If Dorian is right and can actually reverse the spell, then yes.
Alexius is master. After you died, we could not stop the Elder One from rising. Empress Celine was murdered. The army that swept in afterwards, it was a horde of demons. Nothing stopped them. Nothing.
We'll stop all that from happening. I promise.
Maker, guide us all.
Now we have possessed Cassandra joining us. Does she need a... She's got a point to spend. Let's see. And now we find Wackadoo Sarah.
Where widows well we waited. No, where widows... Remember, stupid. I can't take that. No, no, no. You can't be here. You're dead and they don't come back.
Then I'm here to haunt you. I want to say it, but I'm not going to. My character wouldn't be a dick like that.
I'm not dead, Sarah. There's nothing to be afraid of.
I can believe some demon or whatever.
Oh, for the love of... No one's dead. Alexius used time magic.
Talk sense or shut it. I can't think about him.
Look, we're going to end this and get you out of here. Does that help?
A bit. Sort of. Something should. The day you died, I ran out of arrows making them pay. Then it didn't matter anymore. You got demons, and gods, and I've got a bow. And I want them to hurt. You're really here. I'll freaking die to spit in their faces. You want Alexius? He's locked in the throne room. Never leaves, for God's sake.
I like how she still has that weird echo in her voice. Okay, so obviously we can't go across there. Yeah, they still have the red delirium aura about them. Although if you notice, it seems to be, well, maybe it's equal. But I was going to say it looked like it was more around Cassandra than Sarah. May have just been the way that they were standing, though. Yeah. That's all it is. Okay, what am I missing in here? Okay, I feel like... Did I just simply miss it? I don't think so, I just needed to get them out of there. Sarah. Unless it's up above us. I mean... Because once again, I can't get across there until we do whatever is required to unlock things. Oh, real quick. Does Sarah have a point now? Let's open the side passages before we open the main ones. Nobody else in here? Shocking staff and apprentice mail. Alright, let's see if either of these are better for Dorian. Same damage, but... See, I'm already doing electricity damage with my staff. We'll leave him to continue to do fire damage with the staff and electricity for his magic. Okay, so that's a little bit better. Certainly there's some bullshit going on in here. Fiona.
You're alive. I saw you disappear into the rift.
I don't understand. What's happened to you?
Red lyrium. It's a disease. The longer you're near it, eventually you become this. Then they mine your corpse for more.
Can you tell us the date? It's very important.
Harvest Mia. 942 Dragon.
942? Then we've missed an entire year.
We have to get out of here. Go back in time.
Please, stop this from happening. Alexius serves the Elder One, more powerful than the Maker. No one challenges him and lives.
I promise. I will do everything in my power to set things right.
Our only hope is to find the amulet that Alexius used to send us here. If it still exists, I can use it to reopen the rift at the exact spot we left. Maybe.
Good.
I said, maybe. It might also turn us into paste.
You must try. Your spy master, Leliana. She is here. Find her. Quickly. Before the Elder One learns you're here.
Yeah, that's a crappy way to die. To eventually just get consumed by the red lyrium. It's pretty awful. Taking that way.
If red lyrium is an infection, Maker, why is it coming out of the walls?
Are you sure you want to find out?
Okay, I just want to check the cells, make sure that I didn't just walk right past her. Oh, hello.
Let's not stop till these bastards are lying in their own innards.
Just like old times.
So that's a skeleton, and there's beetles and everything. There's still blood all over the place, which is a little strange.
Might be stuff we can use around here.
Ah. Incidentally. Yoink. Prayer to the new god. Praise his name, who has risen from the darkness. Praise his name, who has striven for the light. Praise his name, who has walked the golden city. Praise his name. The old gods are no more. The Maker never was. The new god is among us. Praise his name. Of course, we can't praise his name if we don't know what his name is. You know? Disciple staff blade. That's helpful. Go for it. See if Cassandra can use this shield. What weapon did I pick up just now? Spiked tower shield. That was it. Nope. Not as good. Okay, the guard's journal. Alexius keeps asking for patrols of the walls. Waste of time, if you ask me. The Inquisition ground themselves to a pulp against the walls ages ago. Ferelden made 3 attempts to lay siege here before the last life got crushed out of them. Who's left out there to threaten us? The mountain barbarians? But Alexius seems to expect a siege. Man's gone completely mad. Better to put the men on watch inside the walls. More of those blasted rifts open every day. It was better when we still had the people for blood sacrifices. Unbound demons have emptied the castle, village, and surrounding countryside of everyone who's not sleeping in their armor. Now it's just wild demons everywhere. Well, we haven't run into those demons yet, but obviously we will now. Vanguard coat, heavy armor. Yeah, so that guy's completely consumed. Sucks to be you. Thank you, Lady Dragonborn. What did I, no. Who cares about that? Level 9. Well, I don't think Cassandra's that. Nope, she ain't up to that yet. But she can wear that. She'll lose some health, but extra armor rating, well, that'll make it better. Alright then. And this is all new to me because the last time I played this game I sided with the Templars, so I haven't done any of this before. Which is cool, because I very much enjoy it when it's something brand new. Oh, Liliana. Right now we're just busy looting everything. I thought I heard somebody talking. Man. Everybody's dead. And not just dead, but dead.
There is no maker. The Elder One has taken all that is his and will soon rule from his city.
That still doesn't make him a god.
Oh! There is no god but the Elder One. The Maker is dead. Say it!
Hello, jerk. See how you like it. Yeah.
May she find peace at the Maker's side.
And who was this? Was that anyone in particular, or was that just an unfortunate victim?
How did Trevelyan know of the sacrifice in the temple? Answer!
Never.
There's...
Hello.
You will break.
I will die first.
The hell?
Or you will. You're alive.
It was an Inquisition agent. Yeah, that's what I was kind of feeling. Because I figured if it was anyone significant, they would have made a comment.
Well, that was impressive.
Anger is stronger than any pain. Do you have weapons? Good. The Magister's probably in his chambers.
You aren't curious how we got here?
No.
Alexius sent us into the future. This, his victory, his Elder One, it was never meant to be.
I'm so sorry for everything you suffered.
We have to reverse his spell. If we can get back to our present time, we can prevent this future from ever happening.
And mages always wonder why people fear them. No one should have this power.
It's dangerous and unpredictable. Before the breach, nothing we did.
Enough. This is all pretend to you. Some future you hope will never exist. I suffered. The whole world suffered. It was real.
And you're 1,000 years old looking. Which is pretty freaking crazy.
While we were away?
Stop talking.
I'm just asking for information.
No, you're talking to fill silence. Nothing happened that you want to hear.
Nothing else in here? Okay. I'm going to assume they'll explain why she looks like she's 1,000,000 years old. Shit. Sometimes I just gotta take a moment to take in the scenery.
We need to find Alexius. I'm sure he'll be in the nicer part of the castle, if there is one.
Time to kill some demons. Oh my! Hate it. Distract them, please. Get away with it? Can I get away with it? Hey, there we go. And dead. Does Sarah have leaping shot? Of course not. Of course it's the one that I did not get for her. Well, it's not the only one, but funny that she doesn't have it. Well, let's give it to her. She has no rings at all? Well, there we go. Well, that worked out just well then. Alright, moving on. That's the door we came in. Correct. I believe I am level 8. I think everyone right now is like level 8. Yeah, level 8. But I've been level 8 for a bit now, so I think he's probably going to be hitting level 9 very soon.
The Magister needs more power for his rituals.
No! Let me, Linnea.
Cool. Oh, you thing. What's that?
More freaking demons.
Belt of staggering. Belt of probably being sold tonight. Supply cache. What is everybody's Sarah needs it. Okay. Figure you might as well use it for whoever needs it before I end up resupplying for no reason at all. Cool. Onwards.
The breach! It's everywhere.
The Elder One and his Venatori. They are the ones who opened the breach.
Uh-oh. Ah, so close. Alright, get away from the green spots. Get away from the green spots. Darkness rules this timeline. Indeed. Time to just drop dead. Thank you. Away from the green spots. How dare you? I like that even in rooms like this where there's nothing, like there's no loot or anything, but they still take the time to decorate it and actually make it look like it lived in, well, I'd say home, but it's not really a home anymore. More of a haven for evil. But at least they, you know, they make it look like, yes, people lived in here. Glass fox. Oops. Alexius's journal. This appears to be Alexius's journal. This is a final entry. Nothing works. I have tried countless times to go back before the Conclave explosion, before Felix's caravan was attacked by Darkspawn, before the Venatori first arrived in Minrathaus. Probably pronouncing that wrong too. Without success. The breach is the wellspring that makes this magic possible, and travel outside of its timeline is impossible. The Elder One's demand that I change the events of the Conclave can never be fulfilled. He may kill me for failing him, but I must protect Felix from his wrath. So, in other words, the main impetus behind him doing what he's doing isn't so much that he himself is an evil bastard as much as he's trying to protect his son, because the Elder One, who I won't spoil for those who haven't seen this, but, you know, he's basically afraid that the Elder One will destroy his son. Spellbinder's Journal. With every failed time spell, the Magister grows a bit more paranoid. Or perhaps it's not paranoia, since the Elder One really will kill him for his failures. The distinction hardly matters. After the 10th failure, he began locking himself in the Great Hall during his waking hours. After the 20th, he had the foot soldiers excavate a shard doorway from parts unknown and painstakingly install it in the castle. Now, his most trusted assistants can only see him if we all go at once, together, which we must do twice a day to bring him his meals, as he never leaves that room at all. So now he's batshit crazy. All doors must be open. Okay, this was the direction we were going in, yes. This is where I just came from. That's where I just came from. I was fooled because I saw the same painting on the floor that was in the other room.
What became of Felix? Do you know?
Yes, I know.
And you're not going to tell me?
You'll find out soon enough.
You know, we didn't exactly fail you. And I know you've been through some shit, but you don't have to be an asshole to us. Especially when you were my favorite character from the previous series. An aggressive bow. Is that any good? Hell no. First of all, I love the fact that there is a knife called the Bleeder of Souls. That is simply awesome. The Bleeder of Souls. Something I may bring into my own tabletop role-playing game. Oh, alright. We gotta kill a whole lot of stuff. Which way do we go? This way. Everybody dies! Everybody dies, everybody gets looted. Where'd that jerk go? Alright, if you're low health, take a potion. Dorian, you're hurt. Take a potion. Don't be a dum-dum.
Is that the way to the main core? It didn't look
Have you
like
ever
that.
played as a warrior? Yes. My first playthrough of this game, I played as a female warrior. That's why when I played through the first time, I sided with the Templars. So I didn't see any of this, any of the mage storyline, which I didn't even take that into consideration when I decided at first to like play as a mage in this. It was just one of those. When I replayed this game, I wanted to play it as a mage because I hadn't done it.
Hold on to it. I want to look at it later.
But I had totally forgotten that there was the split between the mages and the Templars in this game, so I wasn't even consciously setting up something to where I would end up playing the game to take the mage's side. It just so happened to work out that way. Should I go through all these doors? Of course I should. Wow. Actually, hold on. Where did I come from? They enter in this way?
Maker's breath. Where did Alexius find this? How did he even move it here?
Can we open it?
Perhaps. But it looks quite strong. How desperate and paranoid must he be? His servants must have a way through. He has to eat. Let's look around.
Okay, so in other words, we gotta go up there and collect stuff. Da-da-dee.
Try to take out that enchanter quickly. Block them from coming up the stairs!
Zap. Dorian, how in the hell do you get yourself caught in the middle of this to get bashed left and right?
I could really go for some light reading.
There we go, there's two of them. And there we go. Yeah, that's... Red shard's definitely the trick to the door. It's a archaic role-playing type of thing, but it works. I've done it, like I said, in games that I've run, actual tabletop games, I've done similar things to people, make the party have to run around and
Somebody had very questionable taste.
collect a bunch of fragments to create whatever the key would be to open a barrier or a door. Tried and true, and it's a good way to build an adventure.
Good opportunity to look for higher ground.
To look for higher ground, like climb this, you say? A lot of good that did. Zap. Oh, you burned me, jerk. You know what? Two can play at the burn game. You guys don't mind me, I'm just collecting the shard. You out in the hallways? What are you doing? Why'd you let him get up there with you? That's just nonsense.
Aren't you cute in your little pool of guts?
Anything? There's loot. Nothing else? Really? Nothing? Just a door. This is a big place. This is really easy to get lost. Oh, Sarah. Thank you. Oh, well, not quite yet. Not quite yet. Sarah is 100% my absolute favorite character in this game. Without question. Sandra? Stand still, you jerk. Give me your stuff.
Allow me.
I didn't really want to come in here. And now you're dead. Yep, I missed something, huh? Yep. Studies on the Blight. Is this long? No. Introduction of Blight to prisoners yields no discernible pattern. Disease progresses erratically. Some subjects die within hours despite all efforts. Others show no symptoms at all. Subjects may harbor some natural resistance, which makes isolation and testing a priority. A later entry follows. 6 more subjects died. Transfusions of blood from resistant prisoners slow the rate of corruption only slightly. Healthy flesh taken from live subjects and implanted in the infected will often die even before corruption spreads to it. In cases where implantation was successful, blight corruption spreads across donor flesh faster than the host flesh. Prisoner Leliana has been the most useful source of resistant blood and skin to date. Ah, well, that would explain why she looks absolutely awful. Poor Leliana. There was something about Leliana in the previous games where she was my favorite. And Sarah. Why so much red lyrium? Yeah, I would guess the lyrium's being brought through because of the demons, but I don't know precisely why. So I know they're doing experiments and whatnot, but I think at the same time it's... I just want a circle. The question is how much of this was red lyrium here because of their experimentation, and how much of it was here because pretty much it's not a blight, but it's almost the same kind of idea, but with it just happening on its own. I guess that's the end of this path, huh? Okay. Nice work, Waveblade. Excellent. This is not a room you want to hang around in, that's for sure. There's a weird pattern on the wall. Personal locket.
Damage did Alexis' spell do?
Rifts tore apart all of southern Thedas, starting here. But whether that's his doing or the breach, who can say?
Well, I would say that it would be because his spell taking place near the breach. Sarah, you need to heal. But I would say that, you know, that would be his doing. Because of that, it would be... What are you doing? That would be me hitting the wrong button. But him using any kind of spell around that breach, like that's gonna mess with people's souls or opening up lyrium or any such thing, like it's gonna backfire. It's gonna get twisted. What's up, jerks? Ouch. This guy and his little bounce around nonsense.
Doesn't look like the Elder One is interested in saving his followers.
Did somebody stop me from being on fire?
Let's head back to the main hall. I think I know how we'll open that door.
Yeah, I think we've all figured it out. Did you find the first enchanter? Don't think so. Oh, my inventory is closed. My inventory is full. Alright, so let's take that. Crap. That's not good. See, I want her to have that when I go up a level. I could get rid of that and it won't really make a big difference, but... Okay, I don't need that. I don't need 2 of these. don't need this either because I already have one. I don't need that. Yeah, I definitely don't need that. Or that. Yeah, that's pretty garbage compared to what I've already got. I'm sure that is too. Yep. Alright, so I don't think I really gotta worry too much about level 9. Yeah, I think we're all right for now. Eventually I can go and sell stuff. That's not worth taking. It's really not worth taking. Alright, so that'll be it for that meeting. And now we can open up that door and we can go talk to Ding Dong. What's up, first jerk?
I was worried I'd have to search the whole castle for you, Alexius.
There's no longer anywhere to run. I knew you would appear again. Not that it would be now, but I knew I hadn't destroyed you. My final failure.
Was it worth it? Everything you did to the world, to yourself.
It doesn't matter now. All we can do is wait for the end.
What do you mean? What's ending?
The irony that you should appear now, of all the possibilities. All that I fought for, all that I betrayed, and what have I wrought? Ruin and death, that is nothing else. The Elder One comes for me, for you, for us all. Felix.
Yeah, Felix was rough.
Maker's breath, Alexius, what have you done?
He would have died, Dorian. I saved him. Please, don't hurt my son. I'll do anything you ask.
Hand over the amulet and we let him go.
Let him go and I swear you'll get what you want.
I want the world back.
Oh, Liliana.
No!
Well, so much for possibly avoiding a fight. Not that that's what I would have wanted.
So much for the mighty Inquisition! We both fail! Your death will be my apology!
Ah, damn it. Okay, so I can't. Can't attack him until I take out his shit. I would assume that that's correct. Nice try, creep.
Wait.
This is really a mugging, because it's 5-on-1. As powerful as this guy is, he's still getting his ass handed to him. Get out of here. Dang. He can't be paralyzed.
Tell me again how you...
Tell me again how you...
He wanted to die, didn't he? All those lies he told himself, the justifications. He lost Felix long ago. Didn't even notice. Oh, Alexius.
This Alexius was too far gone. The Alexius in our time might still be reasoned with.
I suppose that's true. This is the same amulet he used before. I think it's the same one we made in Minrathous. That's a relief. Give me an hour to work out the spell he used, and I should be able to reopen the rift.
An hour? That's impossible. You must go now. Elder.
Uh-oh.
That's how they won. How it won. If you can make it right, make it never happen, I'll fight. We'll fight.
We'll make this count.
The only way we live is if this day never comes. Cast your spell. You have as much time as I have hours.
Because there's no harm in playing it strong, because I know they're going, even if they die, we're going to try to change this reality.
I am shielded by flame. Andraste, guide me. Maker, take me to your side.
You move, and we all die!
Well, it's cool to see her fighting.
You'll have to do better than that.
Just play it off like nothing happened.
Put aside all claim to Redcliffe, and we let you live.
You won. There is no point extending this charade. Felix.
It's going to be all right, Father.
You'll die.
Everyone dies.
Well, I'm glad that's over with.
Kill him. I guess I missed that opportunity. Although I don't think that my character would want to absolutely
Grand
kill him
Enchanter,
like that.
We'd like to discuss your abuse of our hospitality.
Your Majesties.
When we offered the Mage's Sanctuary, we did not give them the right to drive our people from their homes.
King Alistair, Queen Honora, I assure you, we never intended...
In light of your actions, good intentions are no longer enough.
You and your followers have worn out your welcome. Leave Ferelden, or we'll be forced to make you leave.
But we have hundreds who need protection. Where will we go?
So, that's actually Alistair's mother, and he doesn't know. Which is pretty crazy.
The Inquisition might be willing to take in the mages.
And what are the terms of this arrangement?
Hopefully better than what Alexius gave you. The Inquisition is better than that, yes?
I know you are a mage, but consider how these rebels have acted. They must be conscripted, not coddled.
After this, stick them up a tower.
It seems we have little choice but to accept whatever you offer.
Oh, I'm not going to make them my prisoners. No. I'm a mage, so I want to help all mages, so yeah.
We would be honored to have you fight as allies at the Inquisition's side.
We'll discuss this later.
I'll pray that the rest of the Inquisition honors your promise then.
The breach threatens all of Thedas. We cannot afford to be divided now. We can't fight it without you. Any chance of success requires your full support.
It's a generous offer. I doubt you're going to get a better one from us.
We accept. It would be madness not to. I will gather my people and ready them for the journey to Haven. The breach will be closed. You will not regret giving us this chance.
So that's another aspect of this game that I really enjoy, is the fact that the decisions that you make throughout the game, they're not black and white decisions of whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, or, you know, and the people that are fighting on your side, they don't agree with everything that you believe in. Like, the decisions you make, like right there, half of the group approved and the other half was completely against it. I like that kind of internal conflict, because it makes everybody seem a little more unique and realistic, rather than a whole bunch of people that are just blatantly agreeing with you.
There will be abominations among the mages, and we must be prepared.
If we rescind the offer of an alliance, it makes the Inquisition appear incompetent at best, tyrannical at worst.
What were you thinking, turning mages loose with no oversight? The veil is torn open.
The Archdemon appears. If I killed him, the Archdemon would appear? Is that what you're saying? They deserve freedom, consider this perturbation. No, they deserve freedom.
We're not monsters. We can control ourselves without any outside help.
This is not an issue of self-control. Even the strongest mages can be overcome by demons in conditions like these. You were there, Seeker. Why didn't you intervene?
While I may not completely agree with the decision, I support it. The sole point of the Herald's mission was to gain the mage's aid, and that was accomplished.
The voice of pragmatism speaks. Here I was, just starting to enjoy the circular arguments.
Closing the breach is all that matters.
I got a taste of the consequences if we fail. Let's make sure we don't.
We will not fail.
We should look into the things you saw in this dark future. The assassination of Empress Celine. A demon army.
Sounds like something a Tevinter cult might do. Orlais falls, the Imperium rises. Chaos for everyone.
One battle at a time. It's going to take time to organize our troops and the mage recruits. Let's take this to the war room. Join us. None of this means anything without your mark, after all.
Thank you. I'd be honored to help with the plan.
Meet us there when you're ready.
I'll skip the War Council, but I would like to see this breach up close, if you don't mind.
Then you're staying?
Oh, didn't I mention? The South is so charming and rustic. I adore it to little pieces.
I must admit, I'm surprised.
We both saw what could happen. What this Elder One and his cult are trying to do. Not everything from Tevinter is terrible. Some of us have fought for eons against this sort of madness. It's my duty to stand with you. That future will not come to pass.
There's no one I'd rather be stranded in time with, future or present.
Excellent choice. But let's not get stranded again anytime soon, yes?
I'll begin preparations to march on the summit. Make her willing, the mages will be enough to grant us victory.
Alright, so we got a power required 1 for that, blee blah bloop. So the little bonus thing here is that I now have a perk, an Inquisition perk, so I can get the what deft hands find tools for my my rogues, which is going to be a huge help. But that's going to be the end of this stream for tonight. This has been nearly 2 hours. But because we got caught up in all of that, I just decided to keep on going. But at any rate, that's all I can do today. I'll be back on again tomorrow at some point to carry on. Lady Dragonborn, thanks for joining. Everybody else, I hope you enjoyed the stream. Enjoyed the video and the story. And if there's any decisions that you would have done differently, by all means, comment. Tell me about it, and you know, we can have a discussion in the comments section, because games like this I love to death, where you have all kinds of different decisions to make, and they are all going to have different consequences. And like I said, especially amongst your group of NPCs. So, at any rate, I gotta go. So until the next video, peace.